Governor DeSantis paid a visit to Clay County today to announce $800 million in the next state budget for teacher pay raises. He was accompanied by outgoing Education Commissioner Richard Corcoran, who recently announced he plans to step down from that job. News 4 Jax reporter Joe McLean was there. He's joining us live from Fleming Island Elementary School in Orange Park. Joe?
And this budget increase comes, as we've been reporting, as the state wide, including here in Northeast Florida, is dealing with shortages of teachers, bus drivers, and support staff. Florida's governor made multiple stops in schools across Florida on Monday, speaking about an $800 million line built into next year's budget. The money is earmarked to boost the salaries of new and veteran teachers.
Part of the reason we're able to do this is because, the state is free, the economy is able to perform, people are wanting to come to Florida to vacation, to live, moving businesses, what have you.
It comes as many districts continue to grapple with a serious shortage of teachers. In Duval County schools, nearly 400 classroom positions are open. And a shortage is also being felt in Clay County, where the superintendent says this budget increase is very welcome.
Oh, it's definitely going to help with that. There's no doubt, raising teacher salaries by almost $10,000 in a 2-year time span is really unprecedented.
Nearly 2 years ago, that budget provided $500 million for teacher raises, with instructions that every district make its starting salary $47,500, or as close to that as possible. Now, DeSantis says roughly 90% of the state is meeting that starting salary. But that plan was also criticized for leaving behind more experienced teachers. Education Commissioner Richard Corcoran said on Monday this budget will help those educators, too.
Of the new $250 million in that $800 million, half of it's going to veteran teachers so that they can continue to see a massive increase.
The governor didn't reveal any specifics about how that money would be doled out, but the commissioner's comment indicates that about 15% of the total increase will be directed at the longer-serving educators. Vicki Kidwell, president of the Clay County Education Association, says that's not going to solve the problem. She said until funding allows districts flexibility to address salary compression and competitive pay for veteran educators, the hemorrhaging of professionals from a challenging career and the resulting shortages will continue. The governor has not signed the full budget yet. He says there's still a lot to go over, but he said you can consider this part of it a done deal. Reporting live, I'm Joe McLean, Channel 4, the local station.
Joe, is the governor aware of the effort here in Jacksonville to raise the pay scale for Duval County teachers?
I did ask Governor DeSantis about that, specifically mentioning Duval County and the issue before voters there. Take a listen. There's some local efforts to raise taxes. Duval County's talking about a millage rate increase for this specific purpose, raising teacher pay. Can you speak to those?
I'll let them decide. What I can tell you, though, is when they say we're going to raise taxes for education, then they never solve the problem. So they raise the tax, and then a lot of times the money goes to things that are different from what they said it would do. So I would just tell voters, just be very careful, when people are putting this out.
Now, after that, I did ask the governor to cite any examples, but he did not. He again repeated casting doubt on the ability of local school districts to responsibly spend tax revenue. Back to you.
Joe McLean reporting live from Clay County. Thank you, Joe.